okay, I'm totally in my robe. It's super early in the morning. And I just really wanted to get this out because it's something that has come up with my clients in this past week and with me personally. So I want to share this personal story. And it's really about receiving even more rapture. And rapture to me is like just even more awesomeness, even more excellence, like everything in every area of your life, like just like your dreams, right? Coming to reality. Like, how do you up level and receive even more of that? So, what came up for me personally this past week is like this old belief system. And I want to give you two ways that you can really release and like make that shift happen in a second. And it's this mindset, it's this understanding that like your shit is actually the gift that allows you to expand and allows you to receive even more, right? The shit has to show up in order for there to be expansion. So let me explain to you, and I'll use my own personal story as a frame of reference. Like this past week, here it is again. Wow, like, I'm hitting a block. I'm hitting a place where I could stay in my comfort zone or make the choice to raise up beyond that, to rise into even more rapture, right? And go even deeper with it. So it's like saying to myself, a lot of shit is showing up, right? And I can have this old pattern of like, oh, see, all this shit showing up, it's distracting me and I have to go deal with it. And therefore I can't move forward with my expansion, with my up leveling. Or I could say, wow, I'm really excited. This is coming up for me again because now I get to go even deeper with it. So here's what I notice. I notice I'm feeling limited. I notice I'm feeling frustrated. I notice I'm feeling super wildly uncomfortable. It's like I got these same challenges, right? These same limits with money. I'm experiencing fights with people in my life, and do I have to accept that? Like, okay, here I go again, money not showing up for me in this way, and I knew this would happen, and when I get to this place, I always find friction, and then everything just stays where it is, right? Or disappears, right? Why do the relationships break? Why does the money disappear? Why do I find myself frustrated? I can see this coming up for me because of my past experiences. And now I can see, oh, of course, it's just like my silly little cute human brain, that's trying to keep me safe. She just wants to protect me. She wants to prove herself right so she can keep me comfortable. What do I really want, though? What I really want is to feel even more rapture. What I really want to believe is that this is a huge opportunity for growth, right? To create a new pattern, to massively upgrade into the next level that I'm calling in. What I really want is to receive even more rapture, to step into so much receiving that my life gets to look this way. And here's the thing. I've made this shift, right? I look at my life now and I'm like, wow, like I wake up, I work out, I go to the beach, I have glasses of champagne with my family and friends in a beautiful vineyard on the weekends. I spend all my time with my daughter. When I want to go get a massage, no problem. I share my message from the heart. I work on my self-growth. My days are just totally filled up, and my life is play and it's flow and it feels harmonious in every aspect. I see it across the board in my work, in my relationships, in my health, in my wealth, in my knowledge, in my personal growth. And a lot of people have been saying to me, like, how did you get to be this way? Because I'm choosing it, right? Every day gets to be the creation I want, and it is the life that I design. And I'm still shifting, right? I'm shifting. So this past week, I had this divine download, like what is really calling me. And it's like I'm shifting to this place where it's like, okay, Diane, like it's time to serve some high level leaders and influencers so that they can impact more people. There's a stopgap. These folks are getting burned out, and it's keeping them from impacting their companies and products that will impact millions. And this is what I'm being called to do right now. So as I move into this place, I'm asking, right, to receive more in order to do that, right? So in order to ascend and shift into even more rapture and even more impact that I want to create, I have to get rid of some old shit, right? It's like your closet is full of clothes and you realize they don't fit you anymore. And you go out and buy this whole new wardrobe, but if you haven't gotten rid of the old shit that doesn't fit you, where are you going to put the new shit? Where are you going to put the new clothes, right? So it's kind of like when you hit these shit points, that's your greatest opportunity to say, oh, okay, here are all these limiting beliefs. They're showing up to keep me in my comfort zone. And now's my opportunity to expand and move past that so I can step into the next level that I'm being called for, to bring even more rapture into my life. It's amazing, right? So I'm going to walk you through 2 different things that you can choose, right? And it's about, again, seeing the shit showing up and seeing it as a gift. So the first way, right? Like you see the shit come up, you could say, okay, this is awesome. This shit is a gift. It's just feedback to help me choose how I want to respond. So that shit could show up so I'm going to use myself as an example. I've chosen to create distraction, right? This is my pattern where I get to create all this distraction so that I can complain about it, right? Partners not being in alignment with me, the house feeling like a mess, lots of things that I have to clean up after. This is my pattern, is that I can be so busy cleaning that I don't have time to focus on my expansion, right? How can I expand if everything is all messy? I have to be, clean. It has to be perfect. It has to be in order for me to receive. So then I'm like, what is it about messy that distracts me? That's so interesting. Like, where does this belief come from? Somehow, right, when I was a kid, I got this message that like, I wouldn't be loved if I was disorganized or messy. Like if I didn't clean up my room, then love was withheld from me. But if I was neat and organized, then I would feel loved. I would fit in. I'd feel accepted. Isn't that interesting? Feeling clean, feeling organized, to me is feeling worthy. So now my pattern is I have to clean up everything around me all the time in order to feel worthy of receiving. So my pattern is like, as I start to expand, oh my God, I get scared. Like, well, what if I'm not worthy? So I create all these things that I have to clean up. So if I clean up, then I can receive the love and the abundance and the riches and everything. If I don't have anything to clean, then I don't have anything to prove. And then therefore I'm like not worthy and good. No, right? Like I can't receive all that I want because I'm not worthy of that, right? I don't deserve that. I would have to work really hard to keep it. And if I don't have anything to prove, then I'm like just not that special. Or, maybe I will get to that level and then people would think that like, oh, I'm like showing off, right? And that makes me a bad person. So let me create all these distractions to keep me exactly where I am, right? See, I can't put my value out there in exchange for this expanded level of awesomeness, this rapture life that I want, because like I have to deal with all of this mess over here, right? And it creates this situation where like I've become a complete bitch to circumstance, right? I created it deep down because I was really afraid of expanding into that unknown. And that's what we do. So we have these shit things show up, and we get to make a choice. We could respond differently and say, "Oh, I see why this is showing up. This is a gift." Right? See, here's the thing. The universe is always trying to help you and support you, right? The universe is always trying to help you and support you. So when that shit shows up, it's the universe really just saying, "Okay, are you sure this is what you really want?" Like, you've always said that what you wanted is this level, right? That you deserve this level where you're at right now, relationships, of money, of health, like the body that you're in, the amount of money that you're receiving. Like, this is what you've always said that you've wanted, right? So the universe is like asking you, right, point blank, like, if you want more, like, here's your opportunity to respond differently. So I'm going to throw all this shit at you so that you have the chance to shift, that you have the chance to respond with something different. Or you could just be in reaction mode and see it as like, "Oh, yep, here it is again. All this shit showing up. See, I told you I wasn't worthy," right? The old belief can show up. So in my case, it was like, "Yep, I create all these things to clean up and to fix and organize so that I have a reason to prove my worth. If I didn't have anything to clean up, then I can't be enough to receive the rapture that I'm after." Right? I'm too afraid to show up in all my worth, because if I do, like, what does that look like? I don't know. I'll be all alone. People will reject me. I won't be able to handle it. People will think that, like, I'm just self-centered, that my intentions are pure, that I'm a bad person, right? So, like, I start to go into this old belief, or I can respond differently, and I offer that same gift to you, right? Like, "Oh, isn't that interesting that this came up for me again? Well, what else do I get to try?" Right? I got all these triggers this week, all this shit showing up. Okay, good. So that means I get to dig deeper in my personal growth. I can get really excited about the soul aligned clients that I'm calling in, that I get to work with. I get to use this as an opportunity to get even clearer about my message and my unique gifts, and how I get to create that value on an even deeper level for the world. I get to release some of my old fears around money by journaling and showing my subconscious that on the other side of that unknown, it's actually completely safe. I get to peel back another layer of my mask and reveal even more of my truth. I could totally share that as a part of my message. What else could I do? I can get really excited to set this example of owning my worth, to let other women know it's okay to do the same. And most of all, I can share this with my own daughter. I get to find new and exciting ways to tap into flow, to develop new skills that I didn't even know I had before, right? So I start saying, okay, the shit showed up, and I can just default back to see, I knew I was right. I don't get to deserve all this that I'm going after. Or I could be the shit showed up. So what do I get to create? What else can I do? Right? It's like the person who's I am on a mission to create the most fierce, hot, rockin' body of my dreams. And they start working out, and 2 weeks into it, they injure themselves. And then they're see, I tried, but I got injured. But it's no, you created that, right? So what else could you do? Okay? You hurt your lower back. Okay, so can you still walk lightly? Can you still work on your nutrition? What else do you get to do to keep you moving toward that expansion? Create the new belief, right? My new belief. I can do all these things to keep me on the path to receiving the rapture that I deserve. I can respond to the universe's question differently. Yup, guess what? This is who I now choose to be. All things align to the shift that I want. Yeah, guess what, universe? This is exactly what I deserve. Boom, right? And just to wrap this up, here's the other thing, right? This might also be what could happen where your shit actually becomes that amazing, miraculous gift where you get to step into your magnificence and you can receive rapture like that. If you've never received what you're going after before, which likely you haven't, right? Let's say it's 8-pack abs. Let's say it's 40K a month, right? Like, let's say it's like the most amazing, epic love of your lifetime. Your old beliefs say you're not worthy of that. So for me, it was like, oh, I'm not worthy of receiving, that kind of expansion, like that level of like receiving money for the value that I'm delivering. It's too scary, right? But I've made these shifts. I've stepped into all this freedom. Like I've already walked down this path and I'm heading there. And it's like, whoa, like I'm starting to receive more and more and more. And then I'm like, oh my God, I feel uncomfortable. Like seriously, like I feel so uneasy. And if I was unconscious, right? Like my old patterning, I might create all of this distraction to have to clean up, like fighting with people, then I get to complain about how these people are being difficult, and then I get to dwell on it, and then it's stuff I have to clean up, right? Something to create shit to bring me back from expanding into this new level of comfort of how much I actually can receive, right? I drop back to C, expanding to that level, making that kind of money, receiving that kind of money. It's too hard. You can't hold it, and just proving myself right. Or boom, I can breathe and I could sway and I could like just move that energy through my cells and just lean into it and just feel that discomfort like in every cell of my body. Whew, like say, okay, I notice like I'm feeling really uneasy. Like, what's that about? Oh, interesting. Like I'm feeling scared. I'm feeling scared to receive like that level of rapture, of freedom, this new level of money that I'm calling in. I'm scared to lean into that level, right? Like, because I don't know with like, what's that going to be? Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm remembering like that level of money that I want. Like it's rapture. Like money is awesome. Money is what allows me to have the kind of life that I desire. Money helps me be a better person and have a better life, which allows me to serve from a higher place. Like it's actually the safest thing that exists. It's all the other shit that makes it so scary. So yep, the shit can show up, but I choose to live in abundance and full alignment with receiving the rapture that I desire, right? Like that is my new minimum standard. This is my thermostat, and I cannot possibly imagine setting it at any other level. Like I can't imagine receiving less. It's completely okay. So to sum this up, right, to expand, to receive even more rapture in your life, like that in every area, whether it be your rockin' most delicious, exquisite health and body, your most epic, deep love, your just absolutely like fulfilling relationships, the level of money that you want, like your wealth, your business, happen like that. Two ways, right? See that when this shit shows up, it's really just the universe questioning you. Like, are you sure? Are you sure that's what you want? Show me. Tell me. Like, respond to me consciously and let me know exactly what you want. And I will do everything I can to assist you in that. Or two, you can be starting to receive that rapture and then start to feel really uncomfortable. Like, whoop. And then the pattern is, oh, I'm going to make sure some shit shows up because it's really scary. But your other option is like, you just get to lean into it. You just get to open up your cells to receiving that, breathe and move through it. This is how you expand into even more rapture. And the shift can be so fucking fast because it's in your physiology. It's grounding it in. It's shifting your cells and their receptor sites to respond to your fears and your limitations differently. It's reprogramming to receive rapture. I love that. in an instant. It can happen. Hope this was helpful. Boom.